Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this special live coverage episode on the launch of the first Kuwaiti satellite, Kuwait Sat 1. I'm Lulu Al Yusuf and will be your hostess for this evening, covering for you the latest reports and updates on this historical event. The first Kuwaiti satellite, known as Kuwait Sat 1, will be launched aboard a space rocket from the SpaceX platform in Florida today to launch with it the hopes of the sons and daughters of Kuwait who are participating in its national project as they wait for the satellite signal in about 4 hours after its launch. After the satellite reaches its destination, the state of Kuwait will officially secure its footprint in space, marking it the first Kuwaiti imprint in outer space.
Kuwait Sat 1 launched on board a SpaceX rocket carrying with it the hopes and dreams of Kuwaiti youth of further space exploration. Operational Director at the National Project for the first Kuwaiti satellite, Dr. Ahmed Al-Kendiri, said that once the Kuwait Sat 1 reaches its designated orbit, it will disengage from the rocket and spread its wings containing solar-powered batteries that will enable it to operate. He revealed that the satellite will be able to send its first message in 4 hours and 2 minutes after launch, with the signal received at a station at Kuwait University. He went on to say that the rocket used in the operation is able to carry up to 70 to 100 pieces of equipment. Dr. Al-Kendiri pointed out that the launch of this particular project will pave the way for plans to further develop Kuwait's space capabilities. Moreover, the project had been 4 years in the making, consisting of seemingly never-ending training, research, and studies by the project's team members. Kuwait Sat 1 has a high-definition camera which will capture important data and pictures of Kuwaiti waters to analyze the level of pollutants. He added that Kuwait Sat 1 also cost 316,000 Kuwaiti dinars, with 67 members assembling the satellite, which took around 1,000 hours of work to be completed. Meanwhile, the project's main goal is to build national capabilities and infrastructure.
We are the first Kuwaiti satellite team. Our headquarters is in Kuwait University campus with the support of the Kuwait Foundation for the Advancement of Sciences.
The importance of space research is highlighted when implementing specific experiments that require certain environments, such as zero-gravity experiments, in addition to monitoring natural phenomena.
After its launch, our aspiration will not stop. Instead, we will work on the second Kuwaiti satellite, vowing to obtain further advanced satellites.
We are the first Kuwaiti satellite team. Our headquarters is in Kuwait University campus with the support of the Kuwait Foundation for the Advancement of Sciences.
The importance of space research is highlighted when implementing specific experiments that require certain environments, such as zero-gravity experiments, in addition to monitoring natural phenomena.
After its launch, our aspiration will not stop. Instead, we will work on the second Kuwaiti satellite, vowing to obtain further advanced satellites.
The tomorrow of Kuwait is today. Dreams cross realms of reality. Hovering above our planet, Kuwait Sat 1 launches ahead with Kuwaiti cadres. At a steady pace, in line with New Kuwait. Kuwait Sat 1, the pride of Kuwaiti achievements. The tomorrow of Kuwait is today. Dreams cross realms of reality. Hovering above our planet, Kuwait Sat 1 launches ahead with Kuwaiti cadres. At a steady pace, in line with New Kuwait.
During this astonishing event that the state of Kuwait and its people are impatiently waiting for, we have with us from Kuwait University Huda Mohammed Askar, who has a master's in molecular biology, joining us today to help us unfold what's behind this great Kuwaiti achievement. Good evening, Ms. Huda.
Good evening.
I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I can start. Can you please talk to us about the Kuwait Sat 1 project?
Of course. First of all, I'd like to say thank you for having me here.
Thank you for joining us.
The Kuwait Sat 1 project is the first project of its kind in Kuwait, where we're learning how to build a satellite and what goes into all of that in order to launch it into space and then get data out of it. In our case, it's pictures, in the form of pictures. Okay. So our satellite will pass over Kuwait, take pictures, and then we'll be able to use them.
That's great. As the new Kuwaiti Sat 1 is being launched, can you please tell us about the importance of this great project?
Yeah, like I said, because it's the first project of its kind, it was important for two reasons. The first one is, of course, for the scientific purpose of it, learning what goes into launching satellites into space. It's a whole new field for all of us to learn more about. But the second part, which we feel is more important, is capacity building. Okay. Our project is made up of 45 members from different areas of sciences and engineering and others. And we all have the same basic knowledge that will help us start a new field in Kuwait, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for answering our questions so far, Ms. Huda. We'll be right back. As the first Kuwaiti satellite, Kuwait Sat 1 begins to launch on board a space rocket from the FKM platform today from Florida in the United States. We will take a brief look into how this scientific project functions from its launch towards the orbit in space until the moment the first signal is received. Omar Lehsenan has more in the following report. Please stay tuned.
As the first Kuwaiti satellite, Kuwait Sat 1, begins to launch on board a space rocket from the FKM platform today from Florida in the United States, marking a pivotal moment in Kuwait's scientific and advancement history. We will take a look on how the project works and was achieved by the Kuwaiti cadres. The Kuwait Sat-1 is supposed to reach its designated orbit in space, and according to the official predictions of the launch process, the Kuwait Sat-1 would disengage from the rocket. Next, the Kuwait Sat-1 satellite will spread its wings containing solar-powered batteries that would enable it to operate by absorbing the required energy from the sunlight. Accordingly, after the Kuwait Sat-1 satellite charged enough power, the satellite would be able to do its first task, which is to send its first message toward Earth. This process will take a duration of around 4 hours and 2 minutes roughly. Moreover, after the Kuwait Sat-1 satellite launch, the signal from the satellite in space will be received at the station in Kuwait University, where a team is awaiting patiently. With the successful launch of the Kuwait Sat-1 satellite, a new landmark in Kuwait's history will be marked for the state of Kuwait and its people.
Coming back to our guest for today, Huda Mohammed Laskar, to talk to us about the project, how the project is conducted. Ms. Huda, can you elaborate more about the project and how does it work?
Yep. So our satellite is, like I said, contains a camera. It has an RGB camera that will take 3 pictures or bands, as we say. And then we learned how to stack these images together, because each band will appear black and white when we first get it.
Okay.
And we learned how to stack them together using MATLAB in order to get the actual colors of it. And then we process them further depending on like whatever area of science we want to use the pictures for. So the camera on the satellite has a resolution of 39 meters and it orbits Earth, passing Kuwait 2 to 3 times a day. So we'll be able to get 2 to 3 pictures of Kuwait a day roughly. And our team, the application team, will be talking to the people in charge of communicating with the satellite, asking them to position it a certain way to get a picture of a specific area we need to study. Then we get it and do whatever research we want to conduct, basically.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you believe this project will kickstart a new wave of advancements for the state of Kuwait?
I think so. I think it's already starting, you know. First of all, the amount of attention and excitement for this area of science we've been witnessing has been tremendous. People are excited to be part of it. People are excited to learn more about it. And I think this is just the beginning. And I'm happy I was part of it, you know.
Well done. I mean, you've obviously worked very hard for it with your team. We'll have a short break and we'll be right back. Today, the state of Kuwait will launch its first satellite called Kuwait Sat-1 in Florida, as its team is conducted from more than 300 students inside and outside Kuwait University at several educational levels from all disciplines. More on the following report, more on the following report with Noura Al-Husainan. Please stay tuned.
Kuwait Sat-1 project team has more than 300 students from inside and outside Kuwait University and several educational levels from all disciplines. The team was chosen according to major of science and engineering, as it is the group that joined the training inside and outside Kuwait. But due to the corona epidemic, training has become via online, with specialists inside and outside Kuwait at the University of Colorado Boulder, which has become an international partner in the project. Kuwait Sat 1 is working to establish an infrastructure, and national expertise is necessary in this field. There are the best students in various disciplines, and their selection was based on their scientific background, academic performance, their interaction and personal interviews, and their love for the project of space. Noting that the work team also includes Dr. Yasser Abdulrahim, Director of Students Training, who is from the Faculty of Electrical Engineering, and Dr. Ahmed Talib Al-Kandiri, Director of Operations. Moreover, with pride, Operational Director at the National Project for the first Kuwaiti satellite, Dr. Ahmed Al-Kandiri, talks about the project's success over the past years in investing fully in this team and transforming it from different disciplines into a unified path for the study of space, science, and research. This impressive result in the preparation of national cadres is due to equipping them through 4 stages. The first is testing and selection, and the second is basic qualification by studying basic space sciences with internationally accelerated books and lectures at the world level, hosting more than 1 specialist and expert in space sciences. As for the third stage, it is establishing the study of satellite and holding lectures and workshops through visiting several countries. And the final stage includes specialized qualification, which includes focusing on the Kuwaiti satellite with its details and devices and systems.
With us on the telephone right now is Engineer Hussein Al Musa, a member of the technical team for Kuwait Sat 1, to elaborate more on the topic. Good afternoon, Hassan.
Hi, good afternoon.
What are some of the preparations of the team for the launching of the satellite?
Hi, good afternoon. So first of all, I would like to thank the whole Kuwait Sat 1 team for their enormous effort in preparing for the launch of the satellite. So the team has prepared an event which is located at the College of Science to show the live broadcast of the launching of Kuwait Sat 1. The team has also set up a ground station in preparation to receive the first signal from the satellite. The first signal will show us that the satellite has deployed successfully and all of the subsystems are working properly.
Well, thank you for your time and input, Hassan, and good luck on your future endeavours.
Thank you very much.
We'll be right back after this break. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have with us our dear guest, Ms. Huda Mohammed Al-Askar, with further questions about Kuwait Sat 1 project. Huda, knowing that this is a big project that's being launched by a huge number of people, would you mind telling us more about the team and how they made this project come to life?
Yeah, gladly. So our team is made up of 45 members, divided in 5 different sub-teams. So we have the management team, application, technical, ground station, and creative. You just had a phone call with my friend Hassan Musa from the technical team. The technical team has been dealing with everything that goes into the satellite. So what camera to use and how to program it, how to communicate with it to know what's happening basically when it's out in space. And they'll be dealing with communicating with the ground station team to know how to receive the data and how to store it. And then the application team, which I'm a part of, will be using these images for further research. The management team, they're the unspoken hero of our project, because they've been dealing with everything that has to do with setting meetings and workshops and communicating with everyone, and it's hectic. And then you have the creative team, and I'm part of that as well. They're responsible for social media and taking photos and videos to archive everything and to be able to communicate it with the public so they would know what we're doing.
To understand more of how these things work.
Yeah.
All right. Huda, can you please tell us the story behind this project and how it started?
So this project started around 2019, so we're a little over 3 years ago. Dr. Hala Al-Jassar, she's head of the project, was talking with a number of students from different areas about starting a satellite project in Kuwait. And it happened, you know. I think she's been working in the field for a very long time. I think over 15 years she's been working in the space area of science, and she basically brought it to Kuwait. And then they put out the applications for wave 1 and then wave 2, which is when I joined.
Okay.
And we're launching now, you know. So that's how it started.
Well, that's amazing. I've got this Kuwait Sat 1 that sets steps towards developing the space industry in the state of Kuwait. Work on the Kuwait Sat 1 officially began with the project in 2019. Within 3 years of training of the students, the project came to existence, with the idea of the project originating back in 1996 within the development of the laboratories in the Department of Physics at Kuwait University. We have more in the following report with Ahmed Mekki.
Work on the Kuwaiti satellite, Kuwait Sat 1, officially began with the project in 2019. And within 3 years of training the students, the project came to life. The first satellite for the state of Kuwait, Kuwait Sat 1, was ready for launch since last August according to the scheduled program. Kuwait University prepared to launch the Kuwait Sat 1 satellite that is supported by the Kuwait Foundation for the Advancement of Sciences in cooperation with several departments from the College of Science and the College of Engineering and Petroleum. The project Kuwait Sat 1 has been going on for almost 3 years and aims to build the capabilities of young people in the field of satellite manufacturing within Kuwait, and to train students to design and build nanometric satellites, in addition to establishing the first space laboratory at Kuwait University to be a center for research and development of the space industry for the state of Kuwait. The idea of the project began in 1996 with the development of laboratories in the Department of Physics at Kuwait University in the field of remote sensing using satellites, and during the period of 26 years, space physics programs were developed to be used for environmental purposes, physical sciences, and climate applications. In 1996, Kuwaiti satellite was designed in a remote sensory laboratory in the Department of Physics. Then in 2003, it was developed into the engineering physics program in which many students graduated. At the same time, other projects were in development in cooperation with several entities such as the European Space Agency and NASA, with the support of the Kuwait Foundation for the Advancement of Sciences, which made the Kuwaiti University Department an international partner.
We are the first Kuwaiti satellite team. Our headquarters is in Kuwait University campus with the support of the Kuwait Foundation for the Advancement of Sciences.
The importance of space research is highlighted when implementing specific experiments that require certain environments, such as zero-gravity experiments, in addition to monitoring natural phenomena.
After its launch, our aspiration will not stop. Instead, we will work on the second Kuwaiti satellite vowing to obtain
الحين بعد شوي راح
Successful shutdown of the boost back burn. You're seeing some pulses there from the ground. Attitude control system.
الستيج 2
Nitrogen gas as our attitude control.
الحين طبعا
pointed in the right
الحين
direction.
انتم شوفوا على اليمين عندكم ستيج 1 يوريكم سرعة الستيج 1 هذه مع الالتيتيود بالكيلو. طبعا الستيج 2 راح يطلق الاقمار الصناعيه لما يوصل عند 500 كيلومتر، اوكي، اللي هو لو اوربت، نسميه احنا لو اوربت. طبعا هذا راح فبالنسبه للحين طبعا راح ياخذ وقت لين ما يصير في عندنا ديبلويمنت اللي هو انطلاق القمر الصناعي الكويتي الاول من الستيج 2. طبعا اول قمر مثل ما قلت لكم اذكركم هو كويت سات 1 راح ينطلق الى مداره، وراح يكون ان شاء الله يعني ساعه تقريبا 7 الى تقريبا 4 دقائق او 5 دقائق.
Down the body of the first stage, past two of the grid fins back at planet Earth.
الحين راح نشوف ستيج 2. طبعا هذول اللي نسميهم الفنز الزعانف بالعربي. الحين ستيج 2 ستيج 1 اللي هو على اليسار يا جماعه، ستيج 2 ستيج 1 على اليسار، ستيج 1 اللي هو على اليمين on the right side is the stage 2 and stage 1 which is on the left side. And you can see here from the data that the altitude قاعد ينزل is coming down. طبعا الحين برد مرة ثانية مكانه إلى قاعدة فلوريدا، وراح نشوف طبعا اللي هو رجوع الستيج 1 إلى قاعدة فلوريدا as the altitude coming down. على اليمين مثل ما أنتم شايفين السرعة قاعدة تزيد محسوبة هني بالكيلو لكل ساعة، وكذلك الارتفاع.
Which launch about once a week. Now these small sats can rise
so it's coming down, coming back to Florida.
Our Falcon 9,
اللي هو
Falcon
stage
Heavy,
1
and the Starship vehicle in the not too distant future. You can see that the grid fins have deployed on the first stage. We've got 4 of these hypersonic grid fins near the top of the stage. And once we get into the single parts of the atmosphere, the grid fins that do the steering.
Stage 1 نازل, coming down.
Make our way back to landing zone 1. You can actually see the space coast of Florida there on the left-hand side of the screen.
طبعا عشان يخفف من سرعته راح يشغل الماكينة few seconds. راح تشتغل الماكينة اللي هي أو الانجنز أوكي حق الستيج 1.
We'll ignite 3 of the Merlin 1D engines.
Stage 2 FTS has saved.
Now keep an eye on the speed of the first stage in the lower left corner of your screen. You'll see that
Stage 1 entry burn startup.
Drop off dramatically as the entry
الحين
burn.
اشتغلت اوكي few seconds راح يشتغل stage 1 الانجن.
Pretty quick burn. This one will last about 20 or so seconds.
Launch trajectory.
As it enters طبعا the gravity of Earth.
Stage 1 entry burn shutdown.
والstage طبعا
And there is successful shutdown of those Merlin engines.
It's coming down.
Now, as we are slowing down, re-entering the Earth's atmosphere, if you're in the Florida area, you may hear some sonic booms.
Stage 1 FTS has saved.
We are attempting to recover this booster for the 15th time today, targeting this landing at landing zone 1. We've got just one more burn, which is the landing burn on the first stage. We'll ignite just a single center Merlin engine. That'll happen
هو ساعات ينزل باللاند أو ينزل بالبحر يعني عندهم قاعدة. It seems that it's going to the land, not to the.
On the right-hand side of your screen, we've got a ground view of stage 1. You can see the center engine has ignited. We'll expect to see the 4 landing deployed for a soft touchdown at landing zone 1.
طبعا الشاشة صارت كلها حق stage 1 اللي راح ينزل مرة ثانية.
During this, we'll also hear a call out of second engine cutoff on the second stage.
Stage 1 landing leg deploy.
Seco.
Stage 1 landing confirmed.
So landing is complete. We also heard a call out there for Seco.
خلصنا من stage 1.
Seco is second engine cutoff number 1.
الحين
We just heard a
بالنسبة
call out
لي
as well
stage
for
2.
nominal parking orbit.
Stage 2.
And with that, we have landed the Falcon 9. It's our 161st landing of an orbital
هذا
class
كله أخذ
rocket.
8 minutes,
This booster is
58
15.
seconds. All the process is just
Now coming up,
8 minutes.
our next major event will be
طبعاً
in
this
about
one.
45 minutes. That is for second engine start number 2. And that'll be followed shortly by payload
stage
deploy of
2.
the first 35 payload deployment events. So we're going to leave you with
It's in
views
space.
from space. And we'll see you back shortly for second engine start number 2.
الحين راح نوقف وإن شاء الله راح نرد عقب نص ساعة عشان نشوف انطلاق كويت سات 1 اللي هو أول قمر صناعي من ال 114 قمر اللي راح ينطلق إلى مداره. فبهالوقت ممكن تصلون وتردون مرة ثانية. حياكم.
Joining us today also is our correspondent Mariam Al-Doihi, who is joined by Salim Al-Atiji, ground station team leader, to talk to us about the latest launching developments. Good evening, Mariam. Can you please describe to us what is happening at Kuwait University
evening,
now?
Darling. Hello dear, it's a historic day here in Kuwait and especially at Kuwait University. Just moments ago, the launch process just finished and where the SpaceX rocket took Kuwait Sat 1 into space. Just waiting for the next few hours, the first signal from the Kuwait Sat, once it's recharged by the solar energy, and then we will see the future of Kuwait. Unfortunately, my guest, Salim Al-Atiqi, is not unable to join us at this moment because he is joining his team for this historic moment. Back to the studio.
Well, thank you, Mariam. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I've got one more question for Ms. Huda. Ms. Huda, after this project is launched towards space, what's next for you and your team?
Like I said, we have an application team and we've been eager to get our hands on the pictures that the satellite will be taking to do whatever research we plan on conducting. But Kuwait Sat 1 is not the end, you know. We're already talking about Kuwait Sat 2 and hopefully it will be more complex and more exciting to work on. So just more of this.
More learning, more doing, yeah.
Yeah.
Look forward to that. Just one more question. When you say you've got like this satellite, what exactly like the applications and things that you're looking for?
Okay, so one of the most exciting things about the application team is that each member is from a different field. So we have marine scientists, geologists, biologists, you know, a mathematician, I think, engineers. So some of the engineers were discussing the possibility of monitoring how quickly roads or cities are developed in Kuwait and maybe combining that data with other data they can get their hands on from different ministries in Kuwait. Geologists were talking about looking at the geological features from outer space and then if there are changes to it or something like that. And some of the marine scientists were talking about algal blooms and being able to view it and maybe see if they can predict it happening before it happens or something like. So that the applications are endless basically.
So, so many different fields that are coming together using this particular satellite.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And it's all very tiny, by the way. Like the satellite is what, 27 centimeters by 9 centimeters. Like you can hold it like this.
Oh.
Yeah. It's not. It's a tiny thing, but it does so much. You know.
Well, it's doing so. I mean, how many? Well, this is amazing.
Yeah.
This is amazing. I've got, after the launch of Kuwait Sat 1, the team behind Kuwait Sat 1 affirmed plans to work on on future projects, such as the launch of the brand new Kuwait Sat 2 satellite with better parts and bigger capacities. Khalid Boudasli has more in the following report.
The launch of the Kuwait Sat 1 satellite was a triumph, with the support of Kuwait University from the College of Science and the College of Engineering and Petroleum, and with the collaboration of various organizations such as the Kuwait Foundation for the Advancement of Sciences. The team behind Kuwait Sat 1 affirmed their plans to work on future projects and are planning the launch of the Kuwait Sat 2, and will also include some parts to be manufactured in the state of Kuwait, a continuation of the infrastructure for the specialized laboratories in space. Moreover, it will also carry two parts. The first are the solar cells that will be manufactured within Kuwait, and the second will be a sensor device built in cooperation with the University of Colorado.
Mr. Dalaska, before we let you go, do you have any final remarks that you would like to add during this pivotal moment?
First of all, I would like to thank the Kuwait Foundation for Scientific Advancement, because this project wouldn't have happened without them. They funded the project fully, and we really appreciate it. I was talking to you before the interview started. The outpouring of love and support from everybody has been insane, and I'm very happy to be part of this. And I would like to thank the team. You know, they did an amazing job, and they all made this possible. So just a lot of happiness and appreciation, you know.
Well, this is amazing. I mean, we're so thankful that you've been able to join us. I know you missed the launch, and we really appreciate you being here, but it's been so great just to be able to talk to you and to share, you know, this. I mean, I'm excited. I'm just talking to you, you know, and I've got nothing to do with the team, but it's an amazing feat what you've all done, and we're all very, very proud of you. Thank you so much for joining us. Really do appreciate it. We look forward to seeing you when the new satellite comes out.
Inshallah, yeah.
Look forward to that.
I'll be waiting for another interview here.
We look forward to that.
Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the state of Kuwait and its people are very proud of this accomplishment that made it reach to outer space, and we'd like to thank our guest, Huda Mohammed Al-Askar, who has a master's in molecular biology at Kuwait University, and for joining us today on this occasion. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Huda, for joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us, and have a good evening.